Howdy folks, TJ here. Have you played Atari today? For every single Atari video. Maybe, no, probably not. So in past video, I was perusing this fun little booklet, marketing material, brochure that came out. And as you all know, back in the day, I would have had a brochure like this from Macy's, and I went home and decided on the Atari 800. But let's go back in time and say, well, I was still trying to decide. Maybe I was looking at the Atari 400, because if you watch my older video, you know that a cousin back east had an Atari 400, and that was one of the early Ataris I got to actually keyboard on and play on. So it was in deep consideration. So let's look at the marketing material here for the Atari 400, why it would have pushed me towards it, and what happens if I did end up buying one. So this is the same booklet or brochure that I had before, multi-page, and let's scroll right to the Atari 400 section, and we'll chat about Atari 400. Is it in here? It's in here someplace. Love this brochure, by the way. Okay, so here's a big 2-page spread, Atari 400. It's got a nice picture on here. It's got two little kids right here. One's got like a baseball bat. Very 1970s, 1980s type of picture. Over here, looks like probably grandpa and granddaughter, maybe, or it could be a dad and a daughter. I mean, back then, maybe his dad's got a little grayer a little sooner than expected. And then here's a studious lady down here on the bottom that is trying to give this maybe a studious look. So let's read a little bit about the Atari 400 home computer. It's designed to be used by just about anyone to introduce you to the new subjects and skills, connect you to the major information networks, or the world of computer games. Versatile, programmable, easy to use, and very affordable. So that's the big subject head up in this orange area here, saying, hey, yeah, this is what we're going to chat about. And it's got a great picture of the Atari 400. And I've got to say, I mean, look at that picture. Even though it's got a split down the middle because it's in the middle of the booklet, the Atari 400 and 800, in my opinion, looked far sexier than that Commodore C64 computer that looked like a bread box. I mean, I love my carbs, I love my breads, but if you want, I mean, this looks like you would see it in Battlezone, right? Imagine one of these in an Atari 800, Battlezone 3D. That's what it looks like. But on the Commodore 64, it's like a frumpy little fat bread box, blooping it out. Even though it sold bazillions more than the Ataris, I'm sure. But still, I get to make fun of them because my buddy Eric Lamb, he's a Commodore guy, and a whole bunch of my other friends are Amiga fans, so I like to rib into it a little bit. Bread box. But I love my bread. I love my bread. So let's continue reading. So, bridge the generation gap. Your Atari 400 home computer can provide fascinating learning and entertainment programs just like Juggles Rainbow and Pac-Man, as well as current stock market reports with the communicator kit. Then rugged... let me read it. So that was that picture with Grandpa and the little girl. That's what the subject was there. Then over on the other side it says, for the fun of there's nothing like an Atari 400 home computer. Top-rated games like Defender and Centipede keep kids on their toes and challenge them with tougher and tougher skill levels, and they can discover how easy it is to learn computer programming with an imitation of programming. So that's where you got the little baseball bat and the little kids there. Then down at the bottom where they had that studious lady, learn how to communicate in 4 different foreign languages or increase your reading speed and comprehension, or you can compose your own computerized music. Hundreds of ready-to-use Atari computer programs, and your Atari 400 computer take your interest seriously. And again, that was the picture of that studious lady. Okay, and then so let's read around. There's basically points to the computer, and let's read those out. Rugged, attractive Atari 400 casing to withstand years of usage. Built-in speaker gives you audible keyboard prompts. Advanced child-proof design features pressure-sensitive, wipe-clean keyboard with full alphabetic numeric graphic and control function keys. Typewriter keyboard layout, upper and lowercase letters. 4 controller jacks for joysticks and paddles. Hook up your Atari home computer to any television set or video monitor. Now the possibilities are endless. No programming knowledge necessary. Hundreds of ready-to-use programs are available. Complete with 16K of programmable memory RAM, enough to get you started using many Atari computer programs. Easily connects to other work-saving Atari computer equipment such as printer, program recorder, and a telephone modem through an easy-to-use plug on its side. Love the modem. Love connecting to BBSs back in the day. Nothing's better. I mean, I love the internet now, but connecting for the first time to a BBS back in the day was so golden. It's crazy. 4 conveniently placed special function keys provide full control. Inverse video lets you emphasize letters and numbers on the screen. So let's show this picture one more time. So wonderful looking Atari 400. So little TJ was reading through the book, and you quickly saw, a lot of the stuff at the beginning was 800, very business-like. Then it came up, oh, the Atari 400 looks cool, even though it's got a unique keyboard. It's not a full keyboard, but at my age, I wasn't keyboarding on anything. So to me, this would have looked different. It would have looked high-tech. So I may have chose it still, and it was in consideration back then. There is more. So look, I lied. So it does have another full-page spread on the Atari 400. Look at that. So let's read this. The Atari 400 home computer, looking for an affordable way to start some serious computing? Look into the Atari 400 home computer system for the basis of a system that takes you from challenging games to customized programming applications and beyond. The Atari 835 Direct Connect modem connects your Atari 400 home computer to your telephone to bring world of information into your home. Get news, get stock quotes, and current airline and entertainment event schedules. Even talk to other computers. It's like calling popcorn on your phone in the olden days to find out what time it was, or to find out what movie was playing at the theater. The new Atari 1020 40-column color plotter, which I never owned, printer lets you add color capabilities to your Atari home computer, print out charts, tables, and diagrams in 4 dramatic colors. Optional pen pack contains 8 pens. Keyboard section of 20, 40, or 80 characters per line is available. Connects directly to your home Atari home computer. Atari paddle controllers let you play field and keep ahead of the action. Let you play the field. Okay. Then it's got a picture of the Atari 400 and a bitchin' looking solid state monitor. And I'm not seeing the brand on here. They conveniently blooped that out. But look at that. Look at the Atari 400 in front of that. That looks really cool. Again, the Atari 400 was almost, in a way, sexier than the 800. That sleek, no keys, you touch sensitive. It looked intriguing to me, at least as a kid. Select from 256 colors and display any 128 at one time. 4 independent sound octaves covering 3.5 octaves. That's the half one. That's the half one. I like that. Every kid loves poops and farts, right? Simultaneously and separately to computer music or create sound effects. I'm still loving this monitor. Versatile visual display offers 3 text modes, 24 lines of 40 characters, double wide characters or double wide and double height characters. With an Atari 410 or Atari 1010 program recorder. So this was a time where you already had the 1010 out, which had the design of the XL series, because it was basically 400, 800, and then the 1200 XL came out afterwards. And then after that, I believe the 600, 800 XL came out afterwards, which is kind of weird. You think they would have came out all at the same time, but I remember the 1200 XL coming out before the others for some reason. So anyway, the 410 or 1010 program recorder, you can run pre-written cassette programs or economically stored and reload data or programs you write yourself. Both program recorders have 2 tracks, one for the computer program data and one for pre-recorded sounds which play through your television speaker. And if you watched my Atari 800 video, loading a cassette for the first time in like 40 years, you would have heard that music playing in the background as I was jamming out. Now the 410 that I received was the older, frumpier one, not this pretty one. I own one of these pretty ones now, but I'm pretty sure my original 410 was the older, frumpier one. Then it went to this design. Then it went to the 1010. There's a number of designs of cassette recorders, and that's what I received, the 800 and the 410. I didn't have a disc drive in the early days. And then you're in charge of many of the best video games going with these easy-to-hold Atari joystick controllers. And I still love my good old Atari joysticks. So, and then it went into 800. And then 800, then it started talking about getting started with various kits. So they have all these different kits that you could basically buy for any of the computers, 400 or 800, that offered additional capabilities, like the programmer and the communication and stuff like that. So this was really an awesome brochure for the time. That's enough about the brochure. So I looked through all this and I go, I'm going to buy the Atari 400. That's what I sounded like as a kid. So let's go buy an Atari 400. I go to Macy's and I come flying back, and lo and behold, I've got an Atari 400. So this box looks wonderfully fun. And on the front of it, it's a picture of the Atari 400. And it says the Atari 400 to home computer with a big Atari logo splashing on the front. Hopefully this is picking up well enough in the video. On the back is a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get myself prepared for. And I can't view through the box because I don't have my 3D glasses on from the comic book. Another 70s, 80s, earlier kid stuff. But on the back it has a picture of the Atari 400 home computer. You don't have to be a wizard to enjoy the wizardry of computer technology. With the revolution of the Atari 400 home computer, all you need is the Atari 400 home computer. They said that a lot. Atari 400 home computer. One or more of the Atari starter kits. So basically they were pushing, you need to get at least one of the kits, folks. And a television set. The Atari 400 home computer is designed specifically for home use. It's infinitely programmable, versatile, and powerful. It communicates with the television screen or speaker. The Atari 400 computer has a large 16K memory capacity. That's a weird sentence. It communicates with you by television screen or speaker. I would think and speaker, right? Because it's not either or. I wouldn't turn this on and only go by a speaker. That would be not a computer. That would be boring. That's weird. The Atari 400 computer has a large 16K memory capacity, functions in 3 major computer languages, and features a touch typewriter keyboard. And with the Atari starter kits and any TV, you have everything you need to get your computer into action fast. Then it shows the 3 kits. The entertainer, which is video games with Star Raiders and something else. The communicator, which is your good old, and I have one of these still, one of those old coupler type of phone modems. Now, I don't have an old phone like that anymore. I do have a 1920s phone up there that actually works if I still had landline, but I don't have one of the old coupler ones, but I do have the modem. And then below that, the programmer, and then below that, the educator. This video is already getting pretty long, so I'm not going to read each one, but needless to say, it's chatting about the kits. The side of the box has big old Atari. This side has duct tape holding the box. I purchased this from a lady 10, 15, 20 years ago, I forget, but it was when I had to drive for about 2 hours to pick it up. And at the time, it was a pretty good deal. I forget, $50, something like that. It's no longer like that. These things are selling for bajillions of dollars now. And that's it. So that was basically the box. So I then opened this box, which I've already done, taken the liberty of doing. Although in this box, I do have a Pac-Man cartridge, another couple of brochures, the user manual that came with the Atari 400. Do I need to grab that? Yeah, let's do it. This video is going to be long, but if you're here so far, you probably enjoy this type of thing. So let's open up the box a little bit. Oh. I don't want to rip it any more than it is. It's in pretty good shape overall, but it's a little broken, you can see here. Same as my Atari 800 box. I've got a boxed one, and it's got a rip flap. And it's probably from a kid like me going, I'm ready to play Atari. You're getting careless. Now as you get older and you enjoy these things, you want it to be more pristine. So inside this, so it's basically a nice bun box, a big power adapter box, a switch box, which back then we would have used the CAO 14746. No longer use that. In here have a Pac-Man cartridge and a Pac-Man Expert's Corner. So it did come with a little booklet. So I'm wondering if this game came with it or they purchased it separately and just stuck it in the box. Like I said, it was just some lady that was Craigslist. It was Craigslist, I'm pretty sure. And then another, is this the same catalog that I was just reading? Yeah, this looks like the same catalog. So I've got another one of these, very cool, looks in a little better condition. And the official basic manual that came with the 400. Let's peruse this quickly, and then we'll grab the 400 and chat about it, and then we'll end this video, and then I'll make another video where I'm actually using the 400. Basic computer. So I haven't opened this before. Oh, cool. So here's a nice spread here. It shows part of the 400. And then some text. Introducing you to the Atari. Oh, yeah, that's the cassette recorder. That's the one that I had. That one. it looks a little frumpy. And so, let's read a little bit. Not long ago, computers were large, complicated to use, and priced well beyond the reach of most people. Today, you own a computer that's small, affordable, and easy to use. Awesome. Okay, we can end it there. More information about the various packs. So this is a user's owner's guide, but it is kind of still selling you on the different packs that they want you to buy. Oh, there's a bigger picture of the cassette. From B do. I like it. I like the looks of that one. I don't own one of those anymore. That looks cool. And then it's got the basic, big old spread on the 400 and the cartridge door. It's only a single cartridge, not a dual like the 800. Door release button, controller jacks, power indicator, connector, which is basically for your cassette or future floppy drive, on-off power switch, and a power jack. And then it talks about how to install it on your TV and how to get it connected. Cool. So very straightforward, connecting the Atari 400 computer console, and then inserting cartridges and other equipment. Another nice big spread. So pretty generic user guide to get you connected quickly and plug in the cartridge. And that's it. That's the back of it. So where's the 400? Oh, it's magically right here. So let's look at this bad boy together. Look at the beautiful Atari 400. Still looks awesome. For a keyboard that has these membrane kind of things, in my opinion, probably the best of the breed out there in this type of membrane. So there's the top of it. Side over here, you've got your connection for your AC adapter, the power switch, and the port for connecting your cassette or future disk drive. They didn't even have those probably at that time, or they did and just didn't advertise it, at least in that little booklet. Nothing on that side. Back is strictly a switch box for probably what channel you're going, 3 or 4, even though that doesn't say, and then a built-in RF cable. And then the front's got your 4, I mean, how cool is that? 4 jacks for multiplayer, family co-op, playing of video games, all right there on the front. Sleek looking design. I mean, look at this thing. It looks industrial. It looks beautiful. Push this little door, pops open the cassette, plug in your cartridge, shut the door, and it is spring activated. Function keys. It looks gorgeous. So let's see. I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'll include a first boot up. It's been probably 10 years since I've used this one. A long time. Hopefully it still boots. But anyway, let's wrap up this part of the video. I may come back and do a quick boot and play of a video game, but then the video is going to be like 40 minutes. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully I pressed record. Otherwise, I've just been talking for the last half an hour for no reason to myself. That happens when you get older. You talk to yourself. TJ, you're mighty gorgeous. All right, time to test my Atari 400. Can't do it in my normal office where you see a lot of my videos because my wife's working from home today. She's in there playing her rock and roll music. So I've got my Crossley. The only difference is in the little TV in my office, I can put it to a 4:3 ratio. This TV does not allow it. But at this point, I'm not one of those ratio police, so I don't give a crud. But there may be somebody that says, oh, don't put it on a TV, it's stretched out. Blah, 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 blah. You see how I feel about that? So I've got the 400 connected. Back in the day, I would have still purchased, even though if I would have chose the 400, I would have chose the Epix joystick. Connected to port number 1. Let's go ahead and turn on the TV. Crossley, it's a kind of a neat retro style LCD TV that can take HDMI and everything, so kind of looks fun for retro computing, and I do enjoy it. Got my Pac-Man cartridge plugged in, it came with it, so let's try it. So let's hope for the best. I've got everything connected. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's some flickering. Oh shit. Oh, that's not good. I wonder if some components in here are starting to have hiccups. Let's hit start. It was a little spooky of a start. I am getting video. I am getting sound. Let's turn the sound up. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Pac-Man like that in a stuck position. Oh, yeah. In a down, though. Stuck down. Watch this. Kind of looks fat and frumpy. Oh, let's go get this. Oh, I am getting a little flickering on the screen. Not sure what that means, but... Oh, I heard a pop. Let's keep playing. Let's go get some points. Oh. You see some... My dog's barking outside, too. It just lost connection. That's not a good sign. I'm going to unplug the power supply. Let things rest for a little bit. This 400, it's been a while since it's been connected, so that was spookable. Let's stop the recording. I think I'll keep this in, but yeah, that's what happens when you go to old computers. You know, stuff can happen. So that was weird. I went ahead and unplugged everything. That little switch on the back, I forget if that's for channel 3 or 4 or what it is. But I did tinker around with it, pushed it in either direction. And it's weird. I actually did get video from each, but then it would go out on one. I don't know if that's a channel 3-4 selector. I'm going to have to look through the book. But either way, I did put it to one position. It may just be a little temperamental. The cartridge is up. I'm not getting any of those anomalies as of right now. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. It sounds and looks a little better. Getting a little bit of a hum from it. So it could be an RF cable thing. I don't know. But it's old, so like me. That was so weird, though. So this is the position. I forget Pac-Man looking like that. Kind of like a little flattened out, like he got run over by a Mack truck. So I am playing Pac-Man. Oh, the color... Video just kind of... Oh, I'm getting some anomalies again. I wonder if a capacitor or something on here is frumpy. So, yeah, I think this 400 is going to need to be opened up, inspected, because I'm getting some weird video. We're going to continue on with this game. At this point, if she blows, she blows. And it could be the TV, too. Maybe, sometimes TVs are a little temperamental. I might have to go connect this to a different TV and see if I have the same issues or not. Whoa. Yeah, the colors are going funkified. But let's at least win this game. Done. Okay, 400 did boot. Video is looking a little frumpy, a little bit of a hiccup. Let's turn it off. Let's turn the switch in the back to the other position. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I'm going to have to read what that switch was for. And again, it could be the TV, too. It's just having a connectivity issue with it. I'm using one of those little RF... I'm not using the switch boxes. I'm going a direct connection through a little coax connector. So that switch allows both. Yeah, it's definitely glitchy. So I'm going to try a different TV, but for this video's sake, it did boot. It's a little funkified, So let's turn it off. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching the video. I need to go open this, connect this to a different TV and see what happens. Bye.